Okay, here we go. Alright. Alright, lobby's getting going. We're getting into it here. Hello everyone, it is Wednesday. I am Crash McQueen. We are back with the Midwest F1 League as well as back with the F2 series. We are about to get right into it here with a one-shot qualifying and then the usual feature and sprint race, but this is the last usual of... no. Well, I guess for this game. Well, I guess they'll have to change it up for next game as the F2 IRL is different now with the qualifying and sprint race 1 running on Saturday, so it go qualifying, then sprint race 1 is the qualifying top 10 grid flipped, which is how it starts, and then sprint race 2 before feature race on Saturday, on Sunday, goes the top 10 finishing flipped, and that's the grid for sprint race 2, and then feature race is what the original qualifying was, and then of course 4 points for pole. Looks like we got a little bit of cloudy weather here in Baku, so hopefully we'll get some nice fresh and breezy spring weather, as that's what I'm getting here today in lovely Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, where I reside, and I think one or two other guys reside actually around here, so they'll be knowing what I'm going through. But I hope no matter where you are, you enjoyed yourself a nice Wednesday, and hope that we can make it better and finish it off with some F2 action here. Just waiting for the guys to ready up, and there we go, right into it we go, onto the flying lap. Who have I not been on? You know, let's freaking go Tim Lee. Let's see if Tim can throw up a solid lap here. And that pink EWT coming around turn 3. Now this is of course one of my most favorite circuits. I love this circuit. Bunch of 90-degree turns, which I'm a big fan of. Now we're gonna get into turn 3, sorry. I was a little bit behind. Braking early, Tim Lee does, losing some positions, but by doing so gives himself a better run out of the turn and gets those positions back. A little bit of the curb in 4, nothing too bad, still floating around 8th. He's looking for a solid time here, but brakes extremely early, but sets himself fairly decently coming out of the turn and finds himself back into 11th after dropping down to 15th at one mere moment there. But that's what Tim Lee seems to do, getting on board with him. And he's, oh no, he's able to save it. Just fucking taps the throttle a little too hard. Nearly loses, does a good job of saving it. But ouch, it was looking pretty decent for Tim there, but unfortunately a little bit of a spin. There we go. Okay. Now we're into coming through the final little slalom of 18 to 19 through what is a kind of a fake turn of 20. Jacko finds himself into number 1. Ray E46 in 2 coming over the line. We got 4 drivers in the 151s. Garris back in money mat. Tim Lee, the guy that we sat on this drive, comes in 16th place, just ahead of Chunky Corgi. The Jornet, or the Jornut, is currently 18th and will come over with the time of 2 minutes and 12 seconds. 78 Corvette is the last to finish up and comes over in around 2 minutes and, I guess, 19 seconds. No. It's 2 minutes and 17 seconds. That feels like it's a little bit right. Let's see, did I get it right? 2 minutes and 17 seconds is what I said. Oh, 2 minutes and 18. I had to split the difference, literally in half. But it is what it is here. Okay, we'll go through the qualifying order. We got Jacko, as I said, coming over in pole. Ray, E46 in second. The Garris Vac and Money Matt in the second row. Hotspot, It's Heavy in the third row. Super Ninas and Impossible Bacon in the fourth row. A Daltonian Valentine rounding out the top 10. And we got Jinnit to win it in, I guess, a little bit of a disappointing 11th there. Beside JC Black, they're just ahead, we can say. Knuckles in 13th, Spaceman 14th, HSPDT back in 15th, and Tim Lee in 16th. HS might have lost it somewhere, but he's able to come over in 16th. Tim Lee 16th is what I said, HS in 15th, Chunky Corgi 17th, the Jornet 18th, and 78 Corvette in 19th. My rear's locked into turn 4, FFS. Whatever that means. Couldn't imagine what that abbreviation means, but that is the explanation that HSVDT did give into the chat. So we have, whoa, my apologies, this has been a busy week for me up until here. It's getting into the golf season and I'm going to the driving range as much as possible, and I just have been all over the place with my swing. Some days I don't even say some days, like 10 swings I'll have it back, and then poof, gone out of nowhere. I'm shanking it hard, and it's like one of the most aggravating things ever, because I'm not a great golfer, but I'm not that bad of a golfer not to just continually shank balls. So I've got some things that I need to think about here when I get back onto the driving range. But yeah, that's golf. I know what you mean, but I just I know you love it, right? I'm actually doing 36 holes on Friday. It's a holiday for Easter, Good Friday. Gotta love it. Doing some golfing with the boys, and then going out again with me Papa later. So I'm looking forward to that. We got 5 red left forward into turn 1. We'll see what goes. Jacko gets a pretty good jump, but it's actually the Garris Vac that gets a really good jump, and a little bit of a pinch from all the drivers there. Jacko comes out fine. The Garris Vac is the one who kind of gets screwed over in the end there. It's Heavy actually takes the lead. What the heck? It's Heavy's in this lobby. I did not even notice that. But Tim Lee and 78 Corvette go down the order, as well as the Jornet. It's Heavy is sitting 1. Ray is 2. Jacko's 3. Early on here, coming through turn 3. We'll pull up the full track map, and we got a full-on safety car out of the gates. And It's Heavy's actually gained 5 positions off of race start, and I wish that I had some replay to check out exactly how that happened. But the Garris Vac nearly found himself all the way up into second and fighting for first into turn 1, but he got pinched off by Jacko, and then resulting in the Garris Vac having to kind of move out of the way, and then to his surprise, who was there? That was Ray. Ray was there, even on the inner inside, and then got shoved right into him. So I'm not sure if there's going to be any wing damage onto either of those drivers there, but we'll maybe get a better angle. Actually, we can jump on Impossible Bacon, go onto there, and then when Garris Vac catches up on the brake, we can see that his wing is fine, as well as how does Ray look. Ray, I think I see damage on the front left as I squint my eyes. Well, it'll become clear once he comes into the pit, but I think he's got damage there, and the way it's looking. Yeah, he does, okay. I was right. So Ray's into the pit. We'll see who else comes in. Does Vac come in? No, Vac goes by. There we go. See Jinnit to win it as well into the pit. Early on here in Baku. quite a few drivers, actually. Spaceman, Knuckles, Chunky Corgi, as well as Tim Lee, all pitting. Quite a bit of position changes lost from it, but if you need to do it, you gotta do it. So 12's position change was actually lost from Ray there, so that hurts him the most out of anyone. It's heavy, he's still up 5 positions. Jacko down 1, was sitting at 2, but Ray pitting made him go back up to 2nd. Money Matt up a position into 3rd, holding his spot until the Ray pit. As well as it looks a couple of other people's were. But some rough race starts for some of these guys here, and for others, some very good ones. But that's what you're getting for them. With someone having a good race start, someone's got to have a bad one. One more go around, I imagine, with the safety car. I don't know who is going to pit here, but usually there's always one straggler. This is the worst F2 safety car track. Yes. Someone always gets caught in the castle section, then needs to pit. But yeah, I was right. 78 Corvette, the Jornut, and Chunky Corgi having to pit, so I think the safety car is just going to come in this lap. Money gonna make a move on Jacko. Watch out. Yeah, we'll see who can time it better. I think we're gonna get the message for safety car fairly quick here. Gotta love lap 1 safety cars. I think honestly it's what makes the world go round. So the Jornut in his oh ouch. Bad timing, sorry. That is commentator's curse. Continue on your jolly way there, Mr. Jornut. He did specify beforehand that he isn't the best, and this kind of screws him over, as HSVDT is actually in the pit. This kind of really screws him over, us kind of just throwing him right into the fire at Baku, one of the street circuits in MidWest, as well as in Formula 1 2020. So sorry about that. Spaceman as well in the pit. Okay, safety car's gotta be in this. Come on. got Tim Lee. Looked so good in qualifying, I'm not gonna lie. He really looked like he had some decent... Oh my god, what is wrong with me? That is on me, Tim. I'm sorry. Alright, we'll get on to the other BWG. That's my fault. I shouldn't have POV'd Tim. And why am I POVing the guys in... I'm giving all these guys bad luck. A.E. Daltoni. Let's see what he can do. We'll take a quick check at tire compounds here. Actually, we'll go top 10 have yet to pit. Alright. 4 of them, that being Impossible Bacon, Hotspot Valentine, as well as JC Blackley. That is stupid. Whatever. Okay, we're about to get back into it here. Safety car is breaking away. You can see the tire compounds there. We'll take that off. Actually, no, we'll leave on positions. And we'll get on Money Matt and see if he can get a good timing on Jacko. About to get into it. Money Matt's getting real tight. Valentine losing positions. This heavy does throw a little bit of a curveball at Jacko. Money Matt can't stay too close. The Jornet retires from session. Jacko's trying to make up the ground on it's heavy, and Money Matt sends it down the inside line, but by doing so it gives him a really bad run out of turn 2 actually, so Jacko's able to pull away. JC and Ray seem to be battling there. Ray's going to slot in behind for a little bit of slipstream action here. JC goes through the inside line. Ray's trying to pull alongside him, but going to the outside he can break a little deeper and get a very terrible camera angle there. And JC might have been pinched out there from Ray, but it looked like Ray getting up over the bumper of the curb of turn 4 there. And we got Hotspot fairly close to Valentine here. Let's see if Valentine can defend, as well as try and decrease that gap to the car ahead of Impossible Bacon. Ooh, Valentine opening up the door a little bit after the castle section there. Oh, and a little bit of a tap in the butt from Hotspot on Valentine as he's trying to weave his way around. Super Ninos as well has been just a very fine form as of late. Oh, Hotspot loses a little bit of his front right wing. Jeanette to win it, overtaking JC Blackley, and there's some more front wing, and A. Daltoni. Alright. Valentine and Super Ninos are actually battling. I didn't know there's a car on the outside there, but that would be Super Ninos trying to go around the outside. And Ray's actually very tight on the back of Super Ninos as well as we come through a little bit of a slalom here, and a VSC gets thrown out as we think we have a car crashed out in Castle. That looks like it's a 78 Corvette, and yes it is. It's also a 78 Corvette with absolutely no wing. And a smart pit from its heavy, but the speeding in pit lane is going to take back all that time he would have saved pitting on the VSC. Jacko is on the super softs, so I'm surprised that he didn't pit, and Corvette completely lost it. So a well-timed but a poorly executed pit from its heavy, and we got quite a few cars battling here to try and get into 7th place. Super Ninas is nearly alongside, doesn't get the position, and there you go, but oh, a nice little dive down the inside by Ray. Super Ninas nearly spins out there. Ray starts tapping the wall. A little bit of a tap between Jeanette Twinen and Super Ninas as well. JC Blackley not too far behind in that battle there. But Jinnit to win it is really trying to work his way through the field, going around the outside, back on the inside on JC Blackley, and a little bit of a tap, and Jinnit nearly loses it, but what he does lose is a couple of positions, putting him back down into 10th, and now he's got HSVDT coming in behind him. Jinnit going down the inside line of turn 7, and JC's got the nose ahead for the castle section, and blocks off Jinnit, and Jinnit taps the back of JC and loses a wing. And HSVDT gets a really good run out of turn 12 and gets past Jinnit to win it, coming around turn 13. Jinnit, I don't think will be able to battle back. He's lost a little bit too much of his wing, and that whole goes down the inside line, pushes HS all the way around the outside, but HS does a good job of getting traction out of the turn and holds on to 10th. Now trying to catch down JC Blackley. No DRS quite yet. I'm not sure if we're going to get it here. The VSC would have brought a stop to that, so I think we need to go around track once more. Jacko sets the fastest lap, nearly 6 safety car laps in. Jinnit to win it, getting right tight on the back of HSVDT, but doesn't have the straight line speed to get alongside of him in the end. HS is slowly catching JC Blackley, trying to brake as late as he can. Jinnit is. HS just naturally goes wide, and that allows Jinnit to go through and gets the car fully ahead, and he does have DRS going into the next straight, but JC gets a really good run out of the final turn, and now HSVDT is along the inside line here, going down the second DRS, first/second DRS zone there on the course, and Jinnit brakes really late to get as close as he can onto JC Blackley and slots in behind him going into turn 4, but nothing going quite yet. And here we go. Jinnit still working the back tail of JC Blackley, seemingly through every one of these 90-degree turns here in Sector 1 here, and now we're into Sector 2. We're looking into turn 7, Jinnit not close enough. HSVDT as well must have spun out nearly of what Jinnit did. And Jinnit takes a nice line into the castle section there, into that tough area. Gets a really good run out of 12. He's going to try and work on JC here. He wants to get past him fairly quickly here. Being on the super softs, he's going to need to pit fairly soon if he wants to make the mediums worthwhile. Actually, he's already pitted, so I'm not sure if he's looking to last out these super softs here. Jacko holds a 10-second gap between himself and second place. He as well still needs to pit for some mediums. Jinnit gets a really good run out 15, and you can do this turn without hitting the brakes, and that's what Jinnit does, and JC unfortunately doesn't, and nearly gets Jinnit into the wall, but HSVDT is actually the one who's able to time that very well. JC's going to be under fire here, because he doesn't have DRS, but the two cars behind him do. If I can get a decent camera angle, that'd be great. And Jinnit's going to send around the outside, JC down the inside, HSVDT trying to go back around the outside on JC Blackley, but he does a good job of defending. And, I'm not sure what happened there. HSVDT hits the wall right at the end of turn 2. And he finds himself down the border quite a bit here. It's Heavy is working himself back up, as well as Spaceman's in a pretty good position with a lot of cars ahead of him needing to pit. He may possibly be on for a podium here. Wowzers. So the F2 pit stop is of course slower than the F1. They don't have multiple guys working on one tire, it's just one hombre per tire. Or it might even be 2, I can't remember. It's been a long week, okay? I've still got one more day, and that's an early morning as well, so get a little bit of OT action tomorrow as well. As a little bit of Midwest F1 League. Now I'm looking for a backup. Ouch on the HS, on its heavy side there, hitting the wall of turn 10, but I won't be here on Friday, so I'm looking for someone to take over, and I think we've got Valentine, as well as the idea was thrown out to have Impossible Bacon join him as well, so there might be a little bit of a dynamic duo cast going on there on Friday, but you will be seeing me as well as my good friend Static Hazard tomorrow back in the booth. So we are very much looking forward to that. Jacko sets another fastest lap on the Super Softs, doing some very good lap times there, but the pit is going to possibly be the difference, trying to open up as much of the gap as possible on Spaceman, as that's the only man that can take him down. Hotspot pitting, and seeing if you can maybe do an undercut here on a couple of drivers ahead. I think it's a good idea. Can be done. You see Jinnit win it on some 6-lap old Super Softs. He may be looking to try and last those the rest of the race, but that's going to be real tough. If he does, then he surely has first place locked up, because 22 or so, 22, 23 seconds separates him and Jacko, so that's enough for him to overtake Jacko when he were to come into the pit, as he still needs to do so. But It's Heavy's actually really catching up to Spaceman here, so Spaceman feeling the pressure of It's Heavy for 6th place. Through the castle section here, HSVDT is caught back onto It's Heavy there, so Spaceman's going to be under some real pressure going down the pit straight. HS has actually worked himself into a decent chance of getting on podium here. Jacko is just kind of getting into a groove here all the way up to the top there. Now 16 seconds separate himself and Impossible Bacon, so now we do see him into the pit. It's Heavy gets a really good run and is already alongside Spaceman and past. Spaceman lets HSVDT go through as well. We'll see where HS gets through. So Impossible overtakes. HS is coming down the pit straight. I think Jacko's coming out of the pit right now. Oh, and does hold on to the lead. So no lead change, does just enough to hold on, 2.5 seconds. And he holds on. HS trying to work a move going into 2 here. Does get his car fully alongside, but It's Heavy brakes later of HSVDT. That's quite a few times that we've seen HS kind of battle out, or back out of a wheel-to-wheel battle there. He wants to get the car completely ahead. He's braking a little early into turns. Maybe setting himself up for a better line out. I mean, he's set for a podium here, so, or actually Jinnit to win it. Still can, he can do this. 3.5 seconds here. What's his fastest lap? Okay. No, that's there it is. His fastest lap right now sitting at a 155, which currently stands 3rd fastest lap in the race. So he's putting out some decent time there. It's Heavy's trying to track down Jacko here. He's putting in some pretty decent times. Impossible and Valentine still need to pit. I'm not sure if they're... Okay, so they're not teammating here. Valentine does pit, so he doesn't have any... Oh, there we go. Jacko gets alongside JC and past him as JC goes into the pit, so Jacko gets free DRS and his teammate in behind. Oh, Jinnit does pit. I would have liked to have seen him try to blast those out. Just say screw it. But he does pit. That brings Jacko back into provisional win, as well as HSVDT set up for 2nd place. It's Heavy still trying to battle back for the 2nd spot on the podium as well. Valentine as well, working in some pretty decent lap times here, trying to get up on the Garrisvac. I can't remember, who did I call a B-tier driver on Friday? Was it Valentine or was it Impossible? But whoever I did, I stand by what I said. A little bit tipsy or not, I know what I was saying. SC. Oh, or is that a full-on safety car? That is a full-on safety car. No, VSC. Okay, it just looked like it was a full-on safety car from the driver coming around turn 2. But yes, just VSC right now. Not sure who crashed out there. The Garrisvac is going to be in a difficult spot here. Impossible finally into the pit. Not sure exactly when he came into the pit, but there you go. You see his tires getting worked on there. He's dropping down the order. It's heavy as well into the pit, throwing away the chance at a podium. What? What's going on? It's heavy moving down the order. Now down into 11th place after pitting. He might even move down even farther. That is a complete surprise to me. Valentine, there we go, going down the inside line on turn 3. Actually, Hotspot had a decent view of that. Ooh, Valentine getting a little too squirrely out of turn 4 and loses position to Jinnit to win it. Jinnit going down the inside line. He's going to try and work on the Garrisvac. Show Valentine how it is done. Into the castle section here. Coming up, Jinnit is just so tight on the back of the Garrisvac. Jinnit's going to want to try and get by him as soon as possible. As well as Valentine's getting real close, but I think these boys might be way. Oh, Jinnit! What in the... I have no clue what just happened there. Jinnit just completely smoked turn 15. I'd rather not say it was one thing or the other because I don't know what happened on his screen. So Jinnit now in 6th place, losing a spot to Valentine, which he just made up. He's going to be now most likely overtaken here by Hotspot. Hotspot getting DRS and getting a very good run. And completely surpassing Jinnit to win it for 6th place. Jinnit now down into 7th. See what Jinnit can do to try and battle his way back up. But it's Valentine getting a decent run out of turn 2. Trying to reach for that slipstream, but it's actually Jinnit to win it as well. Getting that position back, or attempting to do so. Alongside into Shri. Gets them moved on. Full car ahead, but can't slow it down and smacks a bit of the wall on its way through, and Hotspot just re-overtakes the position. Jinnit back down into 7th. Definitely battling a little bit of wing damage there. You hate to see it. Super Ninas and it's heavy. A couple of decent drivers down the order actually battling it out. Both looks like they are in the Trident as well. Can Super Ninas get beside his teammate? No, he can't. Maybe somewhere else on course. We'll get back up to Valentine as of the highest fight for position right now. Garrisvac working his way through 14 into turn 15. Of course, low. Oh. Valentine, I think, misjudges breakpoint a little bit too much. Janet does a far better job this time. Hotspot does a good job of getting back into DRS. Garrett's back holding on for dear life here, but he's surely going to get overtaken here. Valentine getting a really good run out of 20, actually more of 19 through 20. Valentine alongside. Hotspot as well getting DRS, but is that straight long enough? No, it doesn't look like it will be. JC Blackley down the order will surely get an overtake as well in the Sonoda car. Back over onto Hotspot. Looked like he may have tried to dive down into turn 2, but nothing going there. Ray back behind JC. Can Ray get anything done? Trying to get this pace. And JC does hold on for now. Jacko's pushed that gap for first place up to 6.5 seconds. JC going a little bit too deep into turn 4. That kind of brings Ray slightly back into it, but not close enough. Hotspot real tight on the back of the Garrisvac. Garrisvac trying to do as much as he can. Oh, Hotspot, no. Oh, he's going backwards. Oh my God, what has gone? Oh God. I mean, I don't even know what to make of that. I have no clue. We're about to get on the final lap here. Hotspot, let's see if he can slow it down. Oh no. Oh God, no. Ray at Hotspot. How is Hotspot's car not wrecked? What the? Yeah, Barry, tell me about it, dude. What the hell was this last... What kind of Sector 2 did we just witness, dude? Like... Oh my God. I'm like so overtired right now. That's so funny. Holy crap. It's heavy retires from the session. Impossible Bacon pitting. Garrisvac, after battling for many of laps, he's going to try and get Valentine. Might be able to bow-tass him here, actually. If he can shake close enough, he might have a decent chance. Jacko's got himself an 8-second gap between himself and his teammate in second place, as well as his teammate holding a 7.5-second gap between himself and Money Matt. Valentine's too far out of showing to get on the podium, as he's around 6 seconds back, and he's got a pesky little Garrisvac in behind him that's working around a quarter of a second on each turn. So let's see what Valentine can do here. Hotspot trying to stay close to JC Blackley as well. He couldn't turn around and castle without getting DQ'd. Yeah, I know. I mean, you can't blame him. He had to do what he could. Janet Twinett was in a really tough spot too. Janet tried to work his way through, and then oh no, Valentine getting a little piece of the wall there. It's going to get real interesting. Jacko's coming down the final pit straight. Now we will stay on board with him as he crosses the line for another win here in the Midwest F1 League F2 Series HSVDT. 9.5 seconds back. Will come over in second as well. Money Matt will get a podium. Congratulations to those three drivers, but fourth place is still very much up for grabs. Garrisvac needs to try and reach for that slipstream. Valentine's doing what he can to shimmy shake out of it. We are going to get fairly close here, but I think Valentine's done just enough to hold on to fourth, and yes, he does. No bow-tassing today, but what about JC Blackley? No. Too far gone. Nothing going on there. And that is about it for all the battles on track. Janet Twinett coming over 7th. Hotspot finishing up in... Oh, Janet Twinett, sorry, in 6th. Hotspot coming over in 7th. JC Blackley in 8th. Ray will be in 10th. Chunky Corgi with a quiet evening. Surely to round out the top 10. Oh, did he run out of gas? What's going on there? Nearly loses out to A. Daltonian. Might have been teasing him ever so slightly. Super Nina's in 12th this evening. Knuckles filling in with the controller in the Guan Yu Zhou car in 13th. Possible Bacon in 14th. Spaceman 15th. Severity, you watch much F2? Commercial? Oh. Gotta love it when someone is throwing out commercials there. I think I can actually put out a commercial. There we go, you got your podium in Jacko HSVDT as well as the Bertuzzi in Money Matt, so well done to you three both. Where is it? I think it is in Creator Dashboard. 1 minute ad break. You guys get an ad? Sorry, looking at buying an e-Hummer now? What the? Oh my god. Hotspot socks. Does he wear socks while he races? But going over the final grid, we'll go with Jacko, HSVT, Money Matt, Valentine, the Garris Factor into it, Hotspot, JC Blackley, Ray, Junkie Cork around at the top 10, 8, Daltonian, Super Dino, Chunky, Knuckles, Impossible Vacant, Spaceman, Tim Lee, and it's heavy the finals to finish with points, 78 Cobret, and the Jorniet. DNFing today. Alienware. What? Did you get was there a commercial? Did a commercial run? Hotspot whack. His clothes whack. His shoes whack. The way that he walks whack. The way that he talks whack. Me, I'm tight as fuck. Sola Apothis. Okay. Let's check out how Crash McQueen's fantasy hockey team is doing here. Currently sitting in 6th place. Not doing too shabby, moving up the order. I'm nearly clinched a playoff spot here, but too bad we're not going to get into it. That sucks. But we are getting into the race here. JC Blackley starting off with pole. Jacko and HSVD, of course, starting down in 7th and 8th. They're going to try and break late into turn 1. But Hotspot actually gets the lead on JC Blackley here. 11 laps in this sprint race. Oh no, who is that? Oh my... What just... Okay. Seabury, did you see that? I don't know how to broadcast that, especially with these crap camera angles that this game gives me from time to time. That was freaking chaos. That was complete and utter chaos. Ermagerd. That was an interesting one, that's for sure. But onto an early safety car. Did I just hear another crash? You know what? I just thought of a really good idea that F1 can throw into a game. So, as well as having a driver select, maybe at the bottom, end of season people don't give a fuck. Yeah, also true. Maybe at the bottom of the screen here, or on my little taskbar or whatever, maybe to put a corner camera. Ooh, so like I can go and scroll in and pick out a corner camera. Instead of just always jumping on a certain driver, I can jump on a camera. Oh my god. What the fuck? Hey, Tony. Oh no. The travesty. Oh no, they can. Oh, he does squeeze by. That's. What just happened? Oh my god. Dude, I don't even know. That's so funny. Yeah, it's just like man, whatever. That was only lap 1. Alright. Got a little bit of a safety car action here, down to 16 drivers. Quite a bit's in the pit. Jack goes all the way down the order. We'll have to see what he can do to get himself back up into potential solid points. But Hotspot right now leads the way. Taking the lead from JC Blackley into turn 1. And has since then held on to it. Big game here in fantasy, though, for Crash. Because right now I sit 6th. One guy is 0-10, but is looking like he's going to win this week. These are some embarrassing lineups. So yes, with a win this week, I've clinched the final spot, or one of the spots in the playoffs. So go me, simply put. Mom's watching the stream and you're in 2nd. Good stuff there, JC. We are currently in a safety car, and he did blow the lead. But hello to JC Blackley Swan. I'm just being a not normal F1 announcer. What's up, JC's mom? How you doing? No, yeah. Sorry. Just screwing around, JC. Hold out the podium position. But we're still waiting to see how much more laps we go around. OF? What do you mean by that, Jacko? Haha, I know what you mean. I've been told to explain what F1 is, or not told her to watch the stream when I can explain. He only means fans. Only fans. Oh, for Christ's sakes. Alright. Jacko. But okay, here we go. So if you're new to Formula 1 or Formula 2, today is Formula 2. And what Formula 2 is to what Formula 1 is think of the minor leagues for the MLB type system that goes on there. So you have the MLB, which is equivalent to Formula 1, and then you have AAA, which is equivalent to Formula 2. Or in NHL terms, if that makes it easy, you got the NHL and then below the AHL. Or in basketball terms, you got the NBA, then you got the G League. In English football Premier League terms, you got the Premier League, then you got the Championship. In French soccer terms, you got Ligue 1, then you got Ligue 2. So F2 is where all the next up-and-coming drivers reside, and they have different specifications on the cars in comparison to Formula 1. So these cars are different in a lot of ways than what you see in Formula 1. Not yet, I imagine. They don't run off of hybrid engines, which Formula 1 does. They just run off of some good old normal engines. And by normal, I mean that these would blow a police Lamborghini off the line. So, still very fast, but slower than Formula 1. And F2 series cars are different and enjoyable as well in comparison to Formula 1. And Formula 1 is when we do our Thursday night series, where JC Blackley, of course, also competes in that, as well as in Division 1 on the same location, same time, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern on Thursday nights. His heavy looks like he's crashed out there back in turn 20. It looks around. So his car's off the track. Knuckles is exiting the pit. He will hopefully catch up. JC, don't lie to your mother, you're not. Maybe to her, but you have a ways to go, young Padawan. Here we go. I thank everyone that does tune in to our Midwest F1 League streams, and by of course, what am I saying by of course? This is of course Thursday or Wednesday night. Man, I am so freaking tired tonight. Wednesday night is Formula 2 action. Come back tomorrow for our Division 1 action, as well as go check out our YouTube channel, which has our Division 2 uploaded straight to it, who is hosted by the guy in first place, actually, Hotspot. He does the broadcasting for Division 2, so we have 4 divisions that run through our league on Thursday nights, only 1 for Wednesday night and F2, as well as 1 on our multiplayer series on Friday night. So we got plenty of racing here for all of you racing fans that do enjoy catching some live, fast and exciting and high quality racing through F1 2020. We're very excited to get on to F1 2021 as soon as it comes out, wherever that may be, but we have to finish up Season 1 at first and then get on to Season 3 before we can even discuss that. But I think we're finally going to have the safety car come in. Let's see what the Yaris Vac can do here. Alongside JC Blackley, Valentine gets a crazy good run, and he's looking to take the lead into turn 1. Ginna Twinnet as well getting right alongside. JC dropping down into 4th, the Yaris Vac down into 5th. Hotspot going go. Ginna Twinnet drifts around turn 2, loses his traction, he's going to drop back down. HS is too far back. It's heavy, he's out of the session. And Jinnit has got the inside line. The Yaris Vac into turn 3 here. The Yaris Vac does a decent job of setting it back around the outside, trying to get back alongside him, and he does have the inside line going into turn 4. But a good job from Jinnit to win it, holding him off. Hotspot still up into 1st. Valentine does gain up quite a few positions here. Jacko moving up and weaving through the field, trying to work with Tim Lee, but Tim Lee breaks a little bit too deep into turn 3 and loses the line into 4. Jacko gets the position, the Yaris Vac holding off HSVDT into turn 7 here into the castle section we go. Very tight turns. And the Yaris Vac looks like he bumps the back right tire on that wall there, and that's going to make it very difficult to hold off HSVDT through the quick left-hander here of a couple turns. Do a good job of getting close to each other, but not bumping. Garrett's back closes the door though, going into the turn, having the car fully ahead. HS backs out, hot spot, increasing that gap on Valentine, putting in some solid laps here. Super Minas as well gaining up some time on HSVDT, no DRS for 2 laps here, so over half the race will be without DRS, and Super Minas gets a little bit too deep into turn 19 and smacks the wall with his left side there. Jacko getting another position on Chunky Corgi there. So Jacko up into 10th and possible. Bacon overtakes Super Nunes because Super Nunes went into the pit. Jinnit Twin right behind JC Blackley. Jinnit taking a peek on the inside line. JC not giving anything to move at. JC gets a little bit of oversteer, tiny bit out of turn 2, but does a good job of getting a good launch out as well. Holding on to 3rd place right now, trying to solidify the final podium position for this sprint race. Jinnit breaking deeper and later into 3 and trying to get as close as he can, put JC under as much pressure as possible. But a battle for 7th place as well as going down with Wendy Matt trying to catch a possible Bacon here. Take it. Oh, Jacko's actually gets the inside line on Money Matt there for 8th place. Into the castle section we go. Money Matt getting real close to the wall. Tim Lee is out of the session, down to 13th. So just finishing the race is going to get you some decent points here. But Jinnit's trying to catch up to JC Blackley. Hotspot's kind of in a race of his own here. There's a high-tech, and okay, so we're looking at a double high-tech podium here. And either a car line or an MP. We'll see what the Carlin can do. Looks like he's already under some real pressure from Jinnit Twin down the straight. JC trying to fend around the outside, and a little bit of a tap, and pushes Jinnit into the wall. And Jinnit retires from the session. That's it for him. Man, Jinnit, you've got the worst luck. Oh my god. JC is going to have to try and grow a gap between himself and the Garris back, because unfortunately that tap will probably going to bring him a penalty at the end of this race from the stewards. So the Garris back as well as HSVD trying to work on JC Blackley for 3rd place. Garris going deep into 3 and then blocking off the line into 4. Elma Jacko is trying to work his way back up onto a potential podium, but he's got 3 drivers to leapfrog and 3 pretty decent drivers, one being his teammate. Jacko's trying to work himself back within DRS range as well. Money Mac getting really close to the possible Bacon there for 7th. The big battle right now is for final podium position with Hotspot and Valentine separating themselves so very much from the rest of the field. Ooh, Karasvac goes a little bit too deep and catches a bit of that wall. Still does get DRS. He's going to get a pretty decent run out of 20, being able to catch that slipstream on HSVDC the whole run down, but JC is able to hold on to 3rd place for now. Jacko's got himself real close to HS to start the Garrett's back here, but back does a good job of getting some good straight line speed there into turn 3. In behind HS VDT. HS locks up into 4. That brings back right back close to him. Canuckles into the pit. 3 full laps to go as well as halfway through one. JC trying to take as much of the turn as possible. By doing so, runs over the curb and doesn't get good traction of the turn. HS is really putting on pressure here on JC, but JC holding him off for now. Back taking a conservative line into the turn. HS taking a little bit deeper of a turn, trying to get a good run out. Now, going into 15, JC still holds on to the final podium position. He's going to be really under heat here fairly soon, going into the long DRS straight. HS is right in behind him, as we can see here on board Garrett's back. Garrett's is as well going to get DRS. Jacko's looking to take an overtake already here. Already is alongside him there. HS as well alongside JC Blackley, and does get the full car ahead. JC blocks off a second overtake from Jacko there, so HS into 3rd place, Jacko into 5th, JC and back drop down to 4th and 6th respectively. Jacko's going to try and work on JC as well now, but he doesn't look like he can get that good of a run out of the turn. The lock up from HS VDT is going to bring JC back alongside him. JC is going to try and go around the outside. Looks like there's a little bit of a bump there, but all seems to be okay on both cars. JC with the inside line, Jacko trying to go around the outside, but Jacko slots in behind, and JC and HS are wheel to wheel through those high speed, I guess you can call that a chicane of 5 and 6. Jacko nudges his way down the inside of JC and gets the overtake in the castle section, and then HS VDT runs into the corner wall there of 8. I'm not sure how the heck that happened, but HS VDT slammed into the wall. I didn't catch an angle on that. Jacko finds himself into 3rd place. But if JC can mount a good final sector here and stay close to Jacko, but going over the curb is really going to hurt him there, and he's already out of DRS range of Jacko. So we're going to have 2 full laps to go here with Hotspot coming over the line right now. Valentine and him are eons ahead of the rest of the pack here. The Garrett's back trying to catch back up to JC here, looking to get into the slipstream in this long straight stretch down past the pits into turn 1, but not long enough. Well, it's on the line. Going into turn 3, JC still able to hold on to 4th place. Going a little bit deep into the turn, but everything is alright. With only 12 drivers still left here, it's really tough for... Whoa, JC Blackley nearly loses it there. Blocks off the middle line and holds on to 4th. Oh, Garrett's back breaks a little bit too late in the castle section, and that's going to make things a lot easier on JC from this point forward. Yellow flag just at the end of the castle section it looks like Chunky Corgi may have spun out. Gets himself back going though. He seems to be quite alright. But Impossible's actually got a pretty decent run on the Garrett's back here, and he should be able to easily collect 6. Whoa, what the heck happened there? Alright, well, Impossible Bacon does get the car ahead of the Garrett's back. Money Matt as well catching on to the Garrett's back. On the final lap we go. Our leader, Hotspot, just finishing up Sector 1, and the countdown for turns until we are done is on. Money Matt trying to get on the Garrett's back, knowing that this race is nearly over and his time is running out on to gain positions. Oh, Money Matt taps the back of the Garrett's back. And that's surely the end. The Garrett's back trying to get back up into 6th. Money Matt does not overtake, concedes. But looking on Hotspot, he's just coming through Sector 3 right now. Only 3 more turns to go for him. Now 3 more, sorry, actually 18 through 19, and then into the turn of 20, and down this straight to come over the line in first place. A yellow flag late in Sector 3, Hotspot with the win. Valentine doing a little bit of swerving is going to come over second. Jacko collecting 3rd place. JC Blackley doing his best to hold on to position, but all was not as he might be. Oh, another close finish to the line there. Impossible Bacon just missing out on 4th place. But the Garrett's back, Money Matt coming over in 6th. 7th, HSVDT after the crash in the castle section will come over in 8th. Spaceman just finishing up as well in 9th. Knuckles is a long way back actually. Wow, he's like half the track back. But Spaceman in 9th. Chunky Corgi in 10th. Super Ninas not having the day he was hoping for in 11th. And Knuckles coming through the castle section. Let's see if he can put in a decent final time here. But fastest lap goes to Jacko here at 153. Just missing out his Hotspot. This Hotspot was bringing in some pretty solid lap times as well. He had really good pace here in Baku. And there we go, Knuckles comes over the line and brings the sprint race to a close, finishing in 12th. So Jacko HSVDT doing some solid work for the Primas today. Jacko getting a double podium. But the high techs take the day in the sprint race. Well done by those two drivers there. Hotspot getting the win, as well as his teammate coming in second. And then, like I said, Jacko finishing up in third. So congratulations again to those three drivers in Hotspot, Valentine, and Jacko. Going down the grid, we got JC in 4th, Impossible in 5th, Garrett's back 6th, Moneyman 7th, HSBDT 8th, Spaceman 9th, Chunky Corgi 10th, Super Ninas 11th, and Knuckles in 12th, the last of the finishers. And DNFs to quite a few drivers going from Gina to Winnet, Tim Lee, It's Heavy, the Jornut, 78 Corvette, A. Daltonian, as well as Ray. So going back to the feature race, there you go. You can take one more glance at that, as well as the sprint race. But that is it for us here on our Wednesday night edition of the Midwest F1 League. We hope that you enjoyed it, as well as I did. Some solid racing and some fun stuff happened today. So be sure to check us out tomorrow, as we'll be back at the same time, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern, with Division 1 action, where we got the best of what we can offer up for you. So come take a peek if you like what we provided. So with that being said, you have a good rest of your Wednesday, and I will be doing so as well. Hopefully we will see you tomorrow. I've been Crash McQueen. We have been the Midwest F1 League, and good night.